Hi, and welcome back to Saints Nation. This is Lakefront News, and I'm Augie Cowan. We bring you breaking news, developing stories, and the latest updates. It all starts right now. Needing a spiritual break from the stress? Well, all are invited to the Saints Spring Retreat 2026. Take a break from the semester and join us for a weekend to focus on yourself. This retreat is an opportunity to reflect back on this past year and the journey you're on. It will be on Saturday, April 25th through Sunday, April 26th, and it will be held here at OLU at the Library Community Room. This is not an overnight retreat, but both days are part of it. On Saturday, April 25th, breakfast will be at 9 a.m. at the Library Community Room, and at the end of the night, there will be a pool party from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Sunday, April 26th, everyone will meet again at the Library Community Room. Lunch will be provided, but dinner is on your own at 5:30 p.m., and the night will end with Mass at 7 p.m.
I think it's really important for the community of OLU just to have opportunities to get together and not really have any certain perspective on it and just kind of get together as a campus and for any spiritual need.
Remember, no matter where you are in your spiritual journey, you're welcome to join. Texas bluebonnet season is officially here, with the state flowers starting to carpet roadsides and hill country fields from Dallas to San Antonio. After a dry fall and warm winter, wildflower experts are predicting a moderate and patchy bluebonnet year, meaning drivers may have to look a little harder for the best photo spots along central Texas highways and trails. Peak blooms are expected from late March through mid-April, especially in the hill country and along popular drives near Ennis, Austin, and the DFW area, with officials reminding visitors to park safely and avoid trespassing or damaging fields. For students, bluebonnet season is a chance to celebrate Texas culture, just a short drive from campus, and a reminder to enjoy nature responsibly while capturing those spring semester photos. The OLU Sexual Assault Awareness Month Collective at Our Lady of the Lake University is preparing for Denim Day on April 29, 2026. Denim Day is a national campaign that raises awareness about sexual violence and supports survivors through education and community solidarity.
So April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and we end this month with Denim Day. And we have a collective here at OLU that has been working hard to put all our events together, so be on the lookout. Denim Day is on April 29th, so come show your support.
The collective is asking for denim clothing donations in any condition to be used in the campus Denim Day activities. Donations will be accepted from March 18th through April 27, 2026 at Counseling and Wellness Services, Walter 206, the Center for Student Involvement, Main 123, and Elliott House. Your support will help amplify a message of respect, dignity, and shared responsibility in preventing sexual violence. Lebanon is facing a rapidly growing humanitarian crisis as war has forced around 1 million people from their homes in just a few weeks, according to a leading aid group. Nonprofits and UN agencies say entire communities are fleeing airstrikes and evacuation orders, packing into hundreds of makeshift shelters that often lack enough food, clean water, sanitation, or electricity. For our students, it shows how quickly conflict can unravel everyday life, raising questions about human rights, refugees, and international aid that many OLU grads will grapple with in journalism, policy, and community work. Introducing the second annual IFCC Fiesta Alternative event, Selena Fiesta. The event is a week-long of interactive movement inspired by La Reina de la Cumbia, Selena. Wear Selena Best Cumbia outfit and dance with Gio Zombie Bazaar, Viva Tejana, and special guests Alicia C. and Los Mentirosos.
If you enjoy Selena and you want to have some fun, that's not necessarily going to Fiesta, but still in the spirit of celebration and celebrating our Tejano culture, this is a great way to do it.
April 8th and 9th will be Selena Fiesta dance classes and choreo from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. April 11th will be the Selena Fiesta party featuring performances by Alicia C. and Los Mentirosos from 1 to 3 p.m. Classes and party will be held in the March Ballroom. Bring friends and family. Selena Fiesta is an inclusive and safe space. All events are free. In Central Texas, the Hutto Police Department is gaining attention for their new approach to helping in crisis situations. Currently, a young pup is trained to become the department's first canine that will assist in mental health-related calls. Chase is Hutto's newest and only canine joining the police department's crisis team. His job will entail helping people in mental health situations, and his training includes getting used to chaotic scenarios. The Central Texas Public Safety Commission wants to expand their partnerships throughout Central Texas, eventually maybe into San Antonio. Until then, they look forward to introducing this pup to the community. It was a Good Friday, never to be forgotten for a Kroger employee in Texas. Just before she was about to get off her shift, a call to her customer service line detailed quite the emergency. It was to help a woman in labor. Employee Ashlyn Parrott works at Kroger in Town Lake and had to react fast to a customer's call. The expectant mother couldn't reach her family members and also had a 2-year-old in the back seat. Parrott asked 2 of her co-workers to help her search. The mom had been in a parked spot that now says for expectant mothers with her hazard lights on. They called 911 and were waiting for EMS to arrive. 5 minutes later, EMS transferred the mom to the hospital, and the following morning, the Saturday before Easter, Ashlyn got the news that the mother gave birth to a healthy boy. For the first time since the 1970s, NASA sent a crew back toward the moon. And for many students, this is as close as our generation has come to seeing human space travel up close. On April 1st, the Artemis II mission sent 4 astronauts on a 10-day trip around the moon and back. No landing, but a huge step for future exploration. The crew included the first woman and first black astronaut to travel to deep space, plus the first international partner on a lunar mission. The journey covered about 600,000 miles and took the team behind the far side of the moon before returning to Earth. NASA says Artemis was about more than going back. It was about preparing for missions even further out, including Mars. For students watching from campus, it's a reminder that space exploration isn't just history, it's a growing field our generation can still grow into. If finding an internship has felt harder this year, you're not imagining it. Even though job growth picked up in March, the internship market has been tight for a while. Indeed says internship postings dropped in 2025. Handshake reports that applications for internship nearly doubled from 2024 to last year. And ZipRecruiter says students with work experience are still much more likely to land full-time jobs after graduation. With so much competition, OLU leaders say supporting students through any process is a priority, working to make sure no one navigates the search alone.
We have some of the most dedicated faculty and staff that I've ever been able to serve with are here at Our Lady of the Lake University, who really get, and I mean it, get at their very core what it means to serve.
And that dedication shows up in the resources available to students like the Career Services Center located in Main 106. Coming up in sports, the Saints baseball team looks to be a part of history. Meanwhile, the Mexican Army seems to be gearing up to protect visitors at the World Cup. All this coming your way next. Saints baseball has an opportunity to make history this season. With 5 games left on the schedule, the Saints are sitting at a 29-13 record. If they can win their last 5 games, they will tie their 2021 school record of 34 wins in a season. They also have an opportunity to host a conference tournament series for the first time in school history. While they are currently sitting in the 5th seed in the Red River Athletic Conference standings, the top 4 teams in the conference will host the opening series of the conference tournament. Since the Saints play the 4th seed LSU Alexandria to close out the year on April 17th and 18th, they can clinch a top 4 spot with this sweep. Lots is at stake to capture a historic season. We spoke to one Our Lady of the Lake baseball player on what this means to the team.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to see all of our hard work pay off. and this year's team will go down in OU's history. We could also host the first conference tournament game at home, and it'd be pretty cool for everyone to just show up and show our team some support.
The Saints' next game is a doubleheader on Tuesday against Huston Tiohtsin at 2 and 4:30 p.m. A Chicago suburb is considering whether Michael Jordan's former home should be allowed to be turned into a museum. Commercial real estate developer John Cooper bought the nearly 38,000 square foot mansion for $9.5 million. Now he wants to turn it into a museum that he says will inspire people to consider what it means to be a great person. He's avoiding invoking the name of NBA star Michael Jordan to avoid violating any trademarks. Cooper is promising to provide off-site parking and use shuttles to bring visitors to the home. Several neighbors have objected, saying museums should not be allowed in residentially zoned areas. Mexico is stepping up security ahead of the 2026 World Cup, staging large-scale military drills just weeks before fans arrive from around the globe. At bases near Mexico City and other host regions, soldiers and special forces are practicing how to respond to bus hijackings, explosives, drone threats, and mass casualty emergencies as part of a national security plan. Authorities say nearly 100,000 security personnel, including military, police, and private guards, will be deployed around stadiums in Mexico City, Guadalajara, and Monterrey, with command centers, air support, and anti-drone technology on standby. For our students, many South Texans may travel to Mexico for matches, and these drills show how large-scale sports events can drive major decisions about security, civil liberties, and cross-border cooperation. On Thursday, April 9th, the Washington Commanders hosted local students and hospital patients for an NFL-style training, inspiring kids to stay active and highlighting the joy of playing sports. Students from C.W. Harris Elementary and Salsa Middle School took to the field in recognition of the school's improved attendance rates. It was part of the league's Play 60 initiative, which encourages children to do something active for at least 60 minutes every day. Patients from a children's hospital were also there to be part of the fun, which included running drills. One former player says he simply enjoyed seeing kids be kids. The event is meant to encourage all kids to get out and get active. The students said it's inspiring to play on the Commanders' home field and want to give back some of the support the team has shown them. Golf legend Tiger Woods is stepping away from competitive golf indefinitely. According to an arrest affidavit from the Martin County Sheriff's Office, Woods had prescription painkillers in his pocket, bloodshot eyes, and showed signs of impairment when he failed field sobriety tests. In his statement, he said he needs to focus on his health and get treatment. Police documents from a rollover crash near his Florida home say Woods was distracted behind the wheel and continues to deal with long-term injuries from multiple surgeries. Woods has faced several accidents and health setbacks over the years, and this latest incident has put his return to the sport on hold. Community members in Black Mountain, North Carolina united to honor late NASCAR driver Greg Biffle. A year ago, Biffle helped lift the town's spirits after Hurricane Helene by organizing a huge Easter egg drop. He died in a plane crash in December of 2025. A local group called A Hand From Above dropped more than 17,000 eggs filled with candy or money as a way to pay forward what Biffle did for them. Organizers say they also wanted to support Biffle's family, who stepped up for the community after the hurricane in 2024. Coming up in health, can how well you age be determined by how you picture yourself aging? And start undusting because experts say spring cleaning can help your mental health. It's an annual tradition that you may or may not look forward to. Spring cleaning is a way to refresh your space, remove dust, and get things tidy and organized. But experts say it can also give your mental health a boost. If breaking out the vacuum for a new season refresh doesn't sound tempting, there's another reason to do it. Clinical psychologists say having a tidy space can actually boost a person's mood, improve sleep, concentration, decrease stress, and anxiety. All the things a college student needs to maintain good grades and study better. Research suggests just 15 minutes of cleaning can improve mood by more than 50%. It's an age-old tradition transformed into the modern age. Saunas and bathhouses are a growing trend across the U.S., as there's a growing awareness that loneliness and social isolation are harming our health. Jason Goodman, co-founder of Bathhouse, has been an avid sauna goer for decades. The love of sweat inspired him to start Bathhouse, which uses a modern take on the ancient institution that features saunas, cold plunges, and hot tubs. They offer guided classes or let guests choose their own health adventure. While there is alcohol available, that's not what these experiences center around. It centers around conversation and socialization mixed with flowing sweat. This growing movement of social wellness comes from the desire for connection fueled by conversation, not alcohol. Doctors in Maryland are using a high-tech digital twin of the heart to treat dangerous irregular heartbeats with more precision and less time in the procedure room. Researchers at Johns Hopkins built 3D computer models of patients' hearts from MRI scans, then ran virtual tests to find the exact pieces of tissue causing life-threatening arrhythmias before ever touching the real organ. In a small trial using these digital twins to guide ablation surgeries produced a 100% success rate more than a year later compared to about 60% with traditional methods, while also helping doctors limit damage to a healthy heart muscle. For our students, it shows how advances in AI, imaging, and computer modeling are transforming healthcare, creating new careers at the crossroads of medicine, engineering, and data science. Biopharma giant Gilead Sciences is buying German biotech company Tubulis in a deal worth more than $3 billion. The Wall Street Journal says Gilead wants to expand its cancer treatment tech. Tubulis has a targeted cancer therapy in mid-stage trials for ovarian and lung cancers, plus another drug in early development. The deal is expected to close by the end of June and could include nearly $2 billion in milestone payments. The two companies have already been working together through a 2-year research partnership. A new study suggests that how you think about getting older can actually change how well you age, both in your brain and in your body. Researchers followed thousands of adults over more than a decade and found that about 45% actually improved in cognitive skills or walking speed with positive beliefs about aging strongly, predicting who got better. People who saw aging as a time of growth rather than inevitable decline were more likely to stay sharper, move faster, and report fewer concentration problems, even after accounting for chronic illness and other risk factors.
I think getting older is a good and bad thing. Obviously, when you get older, you reminisce about the times when you're younger. But personally, I think that getting older is better so you can see the world longer.
For students at Our Lady of the Lake University, this matters because it shows that building a healthy attitude toward aging now can pay off decades later, shaping not just how long we live, but how well we think, move, and participate in our communities as we grow older. Coming up in our business news, a mega airport in India has plans to be able to serve 70 million travelers at once by the year 2050, and memberships seem to be spiking up, including Sam's Club and YouTube Premium. The popular South Korean boy band BTS is planning a massive world tour, with 2 big shows set to take place in El Paso. That's great for fans, but it's causing some challenges for one couple who is hosting their wedding that same weekend. The couple says prices for flights, hotels, and short-term rentals have skyrocketed. The couple also says about 25 guests will miss out on their big day due to high prices. Some guests say they had to book rooms in cities 50 to 100 miles away. The couple says they are going forward with their plans and will make the best of the situation, however. The box office had a full plot twist this weekend. After 2 weeks on top, Project Hail Mary finally slipped through. It still made more than $30 million, bringing its total to $217 million. Now leading the box office is the Super Mario Galaxy movie, kicking off with $131 million and nearly $190 million since the beginning of April. Also in the top 5 this weekend, the drama with $14.4 million, Hoppers with $5.8 million, and Reminders of Him with $2.2 million. So, if you're planning a movie night, there's plenty hitting the big screen right now. India has just inaugurated its latest mega airport on the outskirts of Delhi. a massive new hub designed to handle millions of passengers in the decades ahead. Noida International Airport, also known as Jewar Airport, was opened by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and is built to serve about 12 million travelers a year in its first phase, with plans to grow up to 70 million by 2050. Despite the grand opening, commercial flights will start slowly, with limited domestic routes expected to begin later this spring as airlines test demand and shift traffic away from Delhi's crowded main airport.
It's important for countries to have more airports so they can have a lot of space and let the travel be more like fluent. Especially in a country like India, there's a large population, so you would need a lot of airlines to get that many people out.
For students at Our Lady of the Lake University, this matters because major projects like this show how global travel networks are changing, creating new routes, study abroad options, and international job opportunities in aviation and tourism. Sam's Club says it's raising its membership prices by $10 starting May 1st. A basic membership will now cost $60 a year, and the Plus version will be $120. The company says Plus members will earn more cash rewards, but for college students, the bigger question is whether the higher price is worth it. A lot of students use Sam's for bulk groceries, snacks, and apartment essentials, so even a small price hike can affect tight budgets. For commuters or students sharing a house, the cost might still pay off, but solo students may feel the increase more. You're going to be paying more to enjoy YouTube ad-free. The streaming giant is raising prices on its premium subscription plan following increases from other major streamers. YouTube's individual plan is increasing from $13.99 a month to $15.99. The family subscription is going up $4 from $22.99 to $26.99. This increase is immediate for all new subscribers. Current subscribers will notice the increase on their June statement. Subscription rates for YouTube Music are also going up by $1 a month for individuals and $2 a month for families. Last year, YouTube said they had more than 125 million subscribers worldwide for its premium and music plans. Netflix, Paramount Plus, and Amazon Prime Video have all raised their subscription prices this year as well. Layoffs are hitting another major Hollywood studio, and this time it's Sony Pictures Entertainment. Sony employs roughly 12,000 people worldwide, and the company is cutting hundreds of jobs globally, impacting film, television, and corporate teams as part of major restructuring. In a note to staff, Sony's new CEO said the studio is shifting resources away from slower growth departments and putting more focus on core franchises and on reaching younger audiences. For many college students studying film and media, these layoffs raise questions about their future.
Which is like kind of concerning, especially with like mass communication majors, because like I'm one of those students that's wanting to get a job in film.
The reorganization also includes merging several departments as Sony works to streamline operations and stay competitive in the industry. Well, that's it for now. Thank you for joining us all here at Lakefront News. I'm Augie Cowan.